Hey guys, welcome back. It's your favorite Gimp of the Limp, and I'm here with the next part of Age of Dogfights. Sorry again about the previous video, but I did make sure to hit record this time, so should be good. This video, we're going to finish up the play session. I'm going to try to have this rounded out here, showing the last aspects, and then we're going to have a follow-on video after this where I show a few more aspects of the game that haven't been covered exactly in the playthrough, and then some of the expansion material, all that good stuff that I haven't shown, because there's a plethora of stuff for this game that I have not shown yet. Seemed like the green screen with the dice tray worked well last time, so we're going to stick with it. And let's jump back in here. We have only 2 German aircraft left. They've gotten really devastated in this game. So, yeah, sorry for you guys. Well, 3 technically, but one's lost his gun, so he's going to fly away. Actually, we'll probably just start with him. That is number 7. He didn't even get to shoot. So let's roll our blue die here, see what he's going to get. He got 0, so he's got 7 movement. Nothing he can do with his guns. Might as well turn and bail. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're doing extra turn 7. Kind of get him out of the way, flying over this way towards the patrol zone, see if he can bail out, just in case one of these guys has a lucky roll on a move. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so for this scout to get back on top of him, he would have to roll +2 again, so I don't think that's going to work for him. Now, we've got 2 real fighters left. This one here and this one here. I think I'm going to start with this one, because all he's got to do is roll a 0, and he should be able to get on top of him, because he's going up to level 3, which means he's getting reduced by 1 movement. But counting it out, he's got 3 turns, which means he can get turned around backwards, right? Because facing this way, you know, he's going down this track, and if he turns 1, 2, 3, he's going in the other direction. And he's got, yeah, even if he gets reduced by 1, he would still be able to get on the 6 of this bomber, and 6 movement basic on him. So yeah, he's good. He will be fine. Let's roll our blue, see what he's going to get. He got +1. So in essence, he has to go one space farther before he gets slotted in on his 6. Give me a sec. I'm going to switch him over onto his level 3, put him in right behind the bomber. All right, so he's at the right height. He's in the perfect position. See if he can get some damage going. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Movement 6. We're going to burn one of his extra movements, one of his overcharges on his engine, right? Let me mark my bead just so I remember, and I'll pull them off when I shoot. That way I shoot in the proper order this time. Yeah, we're going to do an engine boost on him and see if he can end somewhere like here, pointing up. So he's shooting at the rear quarter of the bomber. So engine boost, +0. That means he's only got 6 movement. I don't think he... I mean, how do they roll so badly? Even with this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, he just can't get there. Oh, so bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he's just, there's no way. He could fire from like 2 to the rear if he could get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, but yeah, that plane would be in the way. So the only place he could get where he could actually take a shot, that guy's already there. And let's see, he's at level 4. If we went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pointing up, I don't think he would be able to get that shot, because he's like flying down, and he would have to be pointing up, and it would be too much of a janky shot. If he were like above him or behind him and he could get over here, maybe he does not have the movement to get over there, unfortunately. So it's not gone well for the Germans. We'll just bring him around somewhere up over here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We'll have him finish pointing this way, just in case these scouts try to like turn on him or anything, make it harder for them to get on his 6. All right, so he's finished. We're going to take our shot on the bomber and see what goes on with him. Here, we'll pull off our bead as a reminder that we're taking our shot. He's firing a column with a +1 to hit because of his dual fixed machine guns. So let's roll our double D6. He got a 7 + 1 = 8. 8 should be damaged. Okay. Let's roll our damage die. See what we're going to get. For a bomber, machine guns would suck, but pretty much anything sucks for a bomber here. Ooh, he got wings, so he is 1 lower on his movement. That's the first blue that we've actually had pop up here. My blue ones are all at the bottom. First ones I pulled out. All right, give me a sec. Let me throw this on bomber. All right, so the bomber's damaged, but now he gets to take his shot. So let's pull ourselves down here. And he is firing his, not this one, not the lower machine gun, but the dorsal machine gun. So it's a dual machine gun. So he actually does get a +1 to his roll. I still believe it is a B column shot though, since it is defensive. Let me make sure, but I am pretty close that it is defensive. Yep, all defensive shots are B column. So let's roll for him. Ooh, wait, that actually would have been a good position for a burst fire because he could burst fire on that one. But let's let the bomber fire because I want to see how the bomber does on it. And then maybe we'll give the German an extra shot. I really need that bomber to actually still be alive, though, to go over here and show you guys how bombing works. All right, so rolling for him. Ooh, he got good. B column. He got a 9, which means 10 with his +1. He got damaged. Oh, 1 more and he would have destroyed him. All right, let's see what the damage is to this last or second to last German fighter. You gotta be kidding me. You got to be kidding me that once again they have lost another machine gun. This is just ridiculous. It has been red hot, literally, as far as that damage dice is concerned. That is just, that's brutal for him. That is horribly brutal. But unfortunately, the bomber's one slower, but now he's going in just a straight direction, which means he's going to get a +1 to his movement. So, I mean, that helps. That helps. All right, let's roll. Let's actually just go right into the British movement. We'll go with the bomber and roll his blue die since that's all he can do. He got a +1, and he's going to get a second +1 since he's going straight line. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because his natural movement is a 4. So, yep, 2 +1s plus his base of now 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He ends up there. So, poor little bomber. All right, let's see if we can knock out one more German fighter. Can we get one of these guys, or maybe get onto this guy and take out his machine guns? All of them, they survived the battle, but they keep getting their machine guns blown off. All right, so this fighter was dropping down. We'll deal with those in a sec. Let's see if we can get our scouts on it. All right, first one is this fella. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Okay. So I can get a shot off with him if I get him a +2 on his blue roll. So let's see if he gets lucky. I think I've only had 1 +2 this entire game. He got a +1. Damn. He's not going to be able to get there. He could have potentially gotten close. Maybe if he got up here, but he's too far away to be shooting in at this angle, I believe. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he would just be too far away. But we'll bring him up there and we'll check it just in case. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Flying over the German base, going after him. Checked it just to make sure. And firing from far behind, you have to be directly behind him. There is no other option when it comes to that. If I were 1 space farther, I could get a shot off on him. But unfortunately, this time that is not going to work. And I think with this game, you really do, it takes a while because it is so abstract. You're having to think about the fact that it's multiple levels, different angles of the planes. You can even include speed into it, which is really, really neat. Because if you put in the speed option, then bombers no longer have to be defensive only shooting. They can take offensive shots. It changes the whole aspect of the game. We'll touch on that a little bit later. But there's just so much to keep track of, whether the machine gun's fixed, how many machine guns, what angle the opponent player is, what angle your plane is, what position. So many neat aspects of it. I mean, they did a good job, I believe, in bringing that down to a tabletop experience, especially with World War I aircraft. Really cool. All right, so let's see about this scout, because 1, 2, yep, I could get him turned, pointing there. 1, 2, 3, 3 spaces pointing in on this guy. Yeah, let's do it. All right, blue die. What's he gonna get? 0, which means he's gonna have to go 1 forward, maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that'll work. If we do it 1, and then a turn, 2, another turn, 3, 4. Yep, 2 spaces in front. Oh no, he was pointing up. I forgot about that. He's going to be at level 3. No. So crap. Oh, so crap. At least I remember that, but we'll leave him at level 3. Just have him be there. Maybe he can do something else on a later turn. All right, give me a second. Let me switch these out. That's the thing. The situation can change so much that you nobody is where they were previously when you were making those choices. So you have to kind of think ahead in this and try to outthink your opponent. All right, let's see if I can get one more shot off. Maybe I got these 2 guys, but unfortunately this fighter spun around over here, but he's going to be dropping down to level 3. And this guy's dropping down to level 3. Maybe he could get into the same spot because he's got enough turns to turn around. Maybe he could get here and hit him in a head-on shot. It'd be a B column, but let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he'd only need 4 movement to get over there. And let's see, no, it would have to be more than that because he would have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 turn. Yeah, to make a wide enough turn to get looped around, so I'm not having to turn twice in the same spot. All right, let's roll his die and see what he's going to get. +2, of course. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to fly him up. I'm not going to bother counting it out because I know he's got plenty of movement. Fly him up and loop him back around so he ends right in here. Definitely got enough speed to get over there. See if we can get one last little shot going on over there. Let's switch out his peg first. All right, so he is there. And I'll put a bead to remember that I still need to shoot with him. And what can I do with this fella? Maybe I get him turned around coming in on his 6. I'm going to go green with him because number 11 hasn't used it. And he's going down, so that would give him way more than enough movement to swing in wide to come in on his 6. Let's roll that green die, see if we can get something better. Yeah, +2, that's going to be plenty of movement for him to do that because now he's up to 10 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, he can just swing 1 wider and get in on his 6 at level 3. I have to grab another level 3 thing since he was going down. Yeah, +2 with the 1 for dropping a level. They're definitely going to be able to finish off this last fighter. 2 shots coming in, 1 from the rear, 1 from the front. And he's got no machine guns left. Any damage on him will finish him off. The Germans just have not had a good round. We'll take our A shot first on him, getting a +1 on the A column. Let's see if we can get it. Yeah, that got it. That definitely got it. That's a 9 on the A column, which is damaged. That finishes him off. Blow. And number 11. Ooh, 11's been like the ace He's the one that's taking them all out. No shots left to take here. All right, they've only got a single fighter left that can actually do anything. The Germans have just been devastated. They were only able to take out a single scout and damage one other fighter. The rest of the British aircraft just did a good job. I don't know. I think I'm trying to decide whether or not it made a difference with the order of play because the Germans went first. So the British almost constantly had the initiative. They were able to react to what the Germans were doing, but in a way, after the first turn, it really doesn't matter because then it's just I go, you go, back and forth, right? So the situation changes each turn. It's dynamic in the way that it's going to change, and it's not going to matter like what you saw, like this aircraft. He's at the wrong level to make an attack because the planes had changed altitude. He climbed to go after someone, but the one that he was going to go after is now way over here and damaged, and he's not even in the right position to go after the other guy. So maybe that matters in the earlier turns, but I don't think so. I would almost like to see some type of initiative system, though, where it changes a little bit. I think you could use the numbers that are on the aircraft to kind of create your own. Maybe start with, the scouts on one side and do lowest number scout here, lowest number scout there, and then back and forth. So like 13, 13, 14, 14, 15, 15, back and forth, and then do the same thing with the fighters as just a thought. This is just me home ruling it, off the top of my head as an idea. All right, now to save us a little time on the next video, what I want to do is show you guys how bombing and essentially recon would work for this little scenario, or for the game in general. Because this guy, we know he's going to fly off, so we're not going to worry about him. We'll pull this one out of the way so you guys can see, and pull this little damage marker off the bomber. Now, the way it works with bombing and recon is that you fly over the target for at least 2 spaces, and then you can drop your ordnance or take your photo. So for C here, you go 1, 2 on his next turn. You come over here, pull out one of your bombs, and set it there to signify that it has been bombed, and then bam, 5 points right there for the game. And you could take and continue it. 1, 2, drop another bomb. 1, 2, drop another bomb. But you can bomb the same area, but you couldn't do it like in the same turn, something like that. It always has to have a turn go by. So let's just say, as an example, these were, very close, and he was able to fly 4 spaces. I don't know how I could put it in such a way to make it work that way, but he went 4 or 5 spaces through both of these. You couldn't say, well, I'm going to circle around in here to drop 2 bombs on the same area. You can only bomb one of these zones once per turn, once per round. Then you can take and come back on a subsequent round, fly around with your bomber, come back in there, get another one. But if you do have enough movement, you can come in, bomb, ding, ding, bomb, or ding, ding, bomb, just depending on how much movement you're going to have. Do remember, though, there are the option to have sea battles happen, and the ships are the same material as this stuff, and it's ship shape. They're shaped like ships, so you wouldn't be able to fly across them the easy way just to be able to drop the bomb. So you couldn't actually grab one out and I'll show you. All right, so just so you guys can see here, here's one of the ships, right, that you can take and potentially go after. You couldn't fly a bomber across it like this and then say, I'm bombing here, when you're landing right on that point. So to take and bomb a ship, you're going to have to come at it lengthways, just like they would in real life, obviously. They're going to try to bomb it in the easiest way possible. Now, could you potentially do it that way? Yeah, but unless you were dropping a torpedo, you weren't going to bomb it that way. Bombing, you're going to come in this way. So you got to go 2 points across, then you can drop your bomb. I think it's the same way with recon. and Recon markers. They're very similar to the bomb ones. You would have little Recon markers for your little scout planes, just like you have little bomb markers, or in some cases, like these guys, where you could do both and gain your points. Now, there is another way you can do bombing scenarios as well. If you don't want to actually have a spot on the board that you want to bomb, there's bomber breakthrough, where you could have a bunch of bombers that are flying through, and say, for example, they're coming in on this side and they're trying to make it across this side without getting shot down, because what they want to bomb is over here. And then the enemy fighters are going to come in and try to break them up and do all that cool stuff. All right, so that's the end of our little playthrough session of the game. I do hope you guys enjoyed this. I definitely had fun playing through it. I will say right off the bat, I definitely love this game. It's been one of my favorites that I've played this year. You don't see a whole lot of World War I games, even fewer that have to do with aircraft combat. It's just not as focused on. I mean, there's plenty that focus on World War II and the aircraft battles that they had. And I get that, because it was much more intense, a lot faster. More people know about it, but I think this is just neat. The start of aerial combat. I mean, the first ones of these guys didn't even have mounted machine guns. They flew up with a rifle in their hand and tried to pick off the enemy with that. I mean, that's some hardcore stuff right there, trying to take out your enemy with a rifle while you're flying a plane. Really cool that they have that in the game. Now, in the next video, we're going to take and show off a bunch of components that I haven't shown you guys in this game. So Zeppelins and those balloon bomby things and all the other different nations that you can play, because this game does expand out pretty much as you want to. It's not just French, British, and German. There are plenty other nations. Americans, yay! Not that many, because we didn't have that many planes during that time period, even though we invented flight in my state. Yay. So you guys stay tuned for that. Definitely put down any of your questions or comments down below. I will try to answer them as best as I can. All right. You guys take care. I'll catch you in the next one.